All right, so let's look at this question. It says the diagram below illustrates a body of mass 5 kilograms. So we have a mass here, mass of what? Of 5 kilogram being pulled by an horizontal force F. If the body accelerates, we have the acceleration here. The acceleration as what? As 2 meters per second square. Place this square here, right? And the frictional force. So they gave us the frictional force of 5 newtons. Pay attention, please. Calculate the net force. So we're looking for the summation of the force. The net force there is the summation of the force. That's what we're asked to calculate. Calculate the magnitude of applied force. That's the applied force. Magnitude of the force is the applied force. I'll calculate the coefficient of kinetic friction. The coefficient of kinetic friction is this one, this U here. Alright. So let's just go straight to the question. These are the parameters that was given. All of these are our parameters. Right. Let's start solving. So we know the first thing we need to know is to put down our equation. The first equation was the first equation that I taught you guys was summation of F of S is equal to what? F A applied force cos 0 plus what? F F frictional force cos 180. Right? But then this is the first equation. Let's call this our first equation 1. And we also know that EF of S is the same thing as what? Mass times the acceleration. Right? Or mass times gravity, depending on what we have. This is our second equation. But looking at this, you will discover that the parameters we need to get this one is already there, because the mass was given as 5 kilogram and the acceleration was given as 2 meters per second square. Right? So our values are already there. That's this guy, our mass 5 kilogram, and our acceleration 2 meters per second square. So we can easily just fix it there. By that, we have EF of S as what? The mass, which is what? 5 times our acceleration, which is what? 2. And if we multiply them, we have 10 newtons. Therefore, EF of S, which is our net force, is 10 newtons. Right? This one is our net force. Right? So we have the value for the net force, which we just got as what? As 10 newtons. So we have that one out. Let's just read it out. This guy being our net force, we have our net force as 10 newton. Alright, next. So we can take this box, find the net force. We can take this guy, we got in this one. What about the magnitude of F? It's very simple. We can now go to our second equation, right? Go to our equation 1. Sorry, from our equation 1, getting the net force become easy now. From our equation 1, it's now easy, right? So from equation 1, we know that EF of S is what? Is FA applied force, FA cos 0 plus what? FF frictional force cos 180. And if we solve this further, we know that the EF of S is equal to our applied force, which is what we're looking for. Our FA cos 0 is what? Is 1 times 1 plus Fs frictional force cos 180 is what? Minus 1. So if I multiply this, let's just read this line here. If I try to multiply this, notice my line is not straight. Just read the line here. Right. If I try to multiply this, you will discover that my EF of S is equal to FA times 1 is FA, right? Applied force. And F frictional force times minus 1 is what? Minus frictional force, because this plus times this minus will give me minus. Right? We already have our summation of force here. These are net force as 10, so I can put 10 here is equal to, we're looking for our FA minus our frictional force was given as what? As 5 newton. Look at it here, frictional force as 5 newton. Right? So we can come here and put minus 5. So what do I need to do in math? I'll have to carry this minus 5 out. Right? I have to collect like terms by taking this guy to this point, and if I move it here, it becomes plus 5. Right? So what do? It becomes 10. We have 10 here originally. By moving that guy, we have plus 5. What will be left is equal to what? FA. You know what I did? I just moved this guy here. I move it here, it becomes plus 5 here. So if I rearrange it, I know that my F of A is equal to what? 10 plus 5. And if we add that, it gives us what? 15 newtons. That's the applied force, the magnitude of force there. This is number 2. Take the number 2. Number 3 now says we should find the coefficient of kinetic friction. Very, very, very simple. What is the coefficient of kinetic friction? So what is the kinetic friction? It's very simple. I'll just read the line here so we can manage the space. Right? So how do we get the coefficient of kinetic friction? Naturally, we know that frictional force is equal to what? Mu r. Right? This mu here is our coefficient of kinetic friction. Since that's what they ask us to look for, we divide both sides by r. Divide here and divide here by r. Arrow here, we take off arrow here. So that our coefficient of kinetic friction becomes what? The frictional force over r. Are we good? We don't know what frictional force is. Our frictional force is 5. But then what is our r? Right? It's very easy. From here, we know that r, because this is our upward force, r is also equal to w, which is equal to mg. So we can say r is the same thing as w, which is equal to what? Mass times gravity. Our r there is equal to what? What's the mass? Our mass was given as 5 kilograms, and our acceleration due to gravity was given as 10 here. Look at it here. I just circled it. 10 meters per second square, please. There's a square here. Sorry. Yeah. So times 10, which gives us what? 50 newtons. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put 5 over 50 here. Let's bring it down. So our mu, which is 5 over 50, 5 divided by 50 is the same thing as 1 over 10, which is the same thing as what? 0.1. If you do your math, 0.1. Very simple. So if you follow through this process, you see that it's a very, very easy math to work with. Please make sure you like the video, you share the video. Let us know what you think about the video in the comment section. That will help our video reach a wider audience. Thank you for your time, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.